Hello, Professor. My name is Qi Liang. My article number is PPP 223120. Below, I will introduce my research ideas outline presentation. The subject of the study is the fact of unilateral resistance training intervention on lower label asymmetry in female college Latin dancers. I will introduce the following sections: table of contents, research background, research objective, research question, research object, research method, research significance. Part 1. Research background. Studies have shown that there is a symmetry between the left and right sides of the human body, and the cues are long-term training. The difference in stress between the left and the right side, the difference in the proportion of antagonistic muscle groups in the human body, physical damage. The test methods are different for different projects, and most of them focus on the intervention and test research of the degree of asymmetry on both sides of the body. Recurrent problem of the Latin dance. The stress of the waist, abdomen, and the bulkhead is insufficient. The stability of the lower label and the ankle joint is poor. The movements of the two sides of the body are not completely asymmetrical. In summary, I have summarized of the following 5 points. Label asymmetry affects athletic performance. Lack of experimental studies to improve the asymmetry of the label on both sides of the body. Asymmetry in Latin dances. Unilateral resistance training is higher effective in improving athletic performance. Label asymmetry predicts injury risk. Part 2. Research objective and research problem. Objective 1. To exploring the symmetrical characteristics of Latin dancers labeled through experimental measurement of the degree of asymmetry on both sides of the upper and lower labels. An intervention experiment was conducted using unilateral resist training to investigate whether and to what extent the training method would improve the asymmetry of the lower label in female college Latin dancers. 3. To investigation whether the change in the degree of label asymmetry affects the sport-specific performance of the subjects by compressing their basic performance indicators before and after the intervention. Research problems. 2. Testing which asymmetry exists in the upper and lower labels of female colleges Latin dancers. To examine which asymmetries extends in the upper and lower extremities of female colleges Latin dancers, and to explore the asymmetrical characteristics of their labels. 2. What training method can improve the asymmetry of their local labels and to what extent? 3. What change in label asymmetry can be explored through unilateral resistance training, and does the affect their physical performance accordingly? 4. It is possible to prevent or reduce the risk of sport injuries. Research objectives. 43 colleges subjects Latin dancers from Taiyuan Institute of Technology will gratitude will female college studies who had studied stands for at last 5 years, and the subjects were all in good health. All participants were informed of the benefits, possible risks, and experimental procedures, and were asked to sign an informed consent from proper to any testing. The testing proposed for this study were from 15 October to 13 November 2023. The testing set will be physical fitness laboratory, the physical performance asymmetry laboratory, and the physical fitness measurement center laboratory of the Institute of Sports and Health, Taiyuan Institute of Technology. Research method. Main research method is experimental method. Other method about is the measurement method, questionnaire survey method, expert interview method, and the mathematical statistical method. Experimental method. The study mainly used an experimental method, including a poor experiment and a female experiment. The poor experiment was an 8-week unilateral resist training intervention for 10 randomly selected female college Latin dancers with low level symmetries. The experiment was double-blind, 2 groups, experimental and control groups. The experimental group underwent 16 weeks of unilateral resist training intervention, while the control group underwent normal institution training, the lower level symmetry and physical performance of female university Latin dancers were tested before and after the experiment to compare the differences in lower level symmetry and physical performance indicators between the experimental and the control groups before and after the intervention. The research is mainly divided into 4 parts. The first part is the test. Test several female college Latin dancers to see whether there is symmetry in the upper and lower level, in which links there is a symmetry and those degree of symmetry. The second part is the poor experiment. It mainly tests whether the experiment intervention scheme can improve label symmetry and provide a basic and a reference to for subsequent female experiment. The third part is the formal experiment 1 to future test whether the experimental intervention protocol can improve local symmetry. The fourth part, female experiment 2, meaning to verify whether the symmetrical change of the left and the right side of the lower level of the experimental subjects have an impact on the indicators related to their physical fitness and sport performance after the training intervention, and use a more mature training competition satisfaction scales to conduct supplementary investigations to corroborate the research results. Carry out a comprehensive discussion and analyze. The part 1 measure indicators and tool. About is the body shape measurement. The equipment used for written testing is the indicator motion chip. Graph stress. Use the WCS 9.9 digital graph stress device. Lower level Y balance test. Y balance dynamic balance tester. Portable dynamometer CMG. Moment jump CMG. Part 2. Measurement indicators and tools. Training programs to be determined test contact as tested. Part 3. Test indicators and tool. Isometric testing, isometric testing system, and FMS test. Part 4. Test indicators and tools. Standing low jump test, and in situ vertical jump and teach test, and CMG, in situ vertical jump test. Measurement method. 38 female college Latin dancers were used as the study participants to measure and evaluate the indicators of form, stress, and balance ability. This is about there are the metric measured. Questionnaire method. In this study, a combination of closed and open-end questionnaire were used to reflect the participants' satisfaction with the training competition. The Latin dancers' athletic injury questionnaire were used to scan their subjects before the experiment, and the more established training competition satisfaction scale were used to conduct a subjective survey after the experiment. Expert interview method. In-depth interview will conduct with experts in Latin dancers teaching and training, physical training, statistics, sport training, and sport body stance by telephone, email, or face-to-face to provide reference for the training design of the study and the selection of test indicators. Mathematical and statistical method. The intercorrelation and analysis of the test data in this series was done on Excel and SPAS software. Research significance. Theoretical significance. The study explored the effects of the unilateral resistance training intervention on the asymmetry of Latin dance athletic label and the effects of the improving symmetry on athletic physical performance. In order to promote to understanding of label symmetry, which help to deepen and expand the satisfactory knowledge of Latin dance athletic label symmetry and future enrich the theoretical research results of Latin dance athletic label symmetry. And at the same time, the study future developed of the theoretical system of unilateral resist training through the evolution of the intervention effects of the unilateral resist training, which is an intuition and the re-understanding of the theory of unilateral resist training. The study is closely related to the authority of Latin dance training and explored the theories, method, and techniques of training intervention for Latin dance athletics through a mixed research design with meaning qualitative experimental research and qualitative analysis, which also enrich the theories of Latin dance training. Practical implications. The study will provide direction empirical reference for the use of the unilateral resist training to improve the asymmetry of the body in Latin dancers athletic, and will also provide a reference for other sports to improve the symmetry of the body. The study also provides approaches the athletic and research team members which methods and standards for measuring asymmetry in athletic bodies, so that coaches, athletic, and research team members can keep abreast of the development of symmetry in athletic bodies. Above the negative effects of asymmetry on their bodies and performance, minimize the negative effects of asymmetry, prevent sports injury, and provide support and reference for the benefit of Latin dances and other sports. This is the end of my research outline presentation. Thank you for your listening. Comment any correlation are welcome. Thank you.